Hello, this is Crypto CJ. It's a trade of the day, Thursday night, Friday morning edition, depending on where you are in the world. The market has not done much. That's very interesting. We're still kind of slogging sideways and dipping down. Bitcoin's trying to hold on to 56K as support. 60 seems nowhere in sight right now, but we do know that September tends to be a negative month for crypto. I think I mentioned that last earlier in the week. And last week we just got to get through this month, and then October hits, and things tend to get better. The fourth quarter of the year, and looking forward to that. But right now we're just kind of slogging sideways. So Craig, where did we leave that? Am I calling on you for a little market
Yeah,
review?
yeah, why not?
All right. Craig's guest starring. He had a couple things to say in another Zoom call we were on. So short little analysis. Go ahead, Craig.
Yeah, I'm just turning my camera on so that see me as well. Okay, so yes, August and September are always and always have been very hard months, always negative months. Um, if we're looking at the halving and the length of time between the halving and now, we're in a traditional range. Like it's always taken a while for the market to move after the halving, and there's a certain number of days. And we're sort of right on the edge of that period right now. Always they try and shake out as many of the buyers as possible before the market moves. So they're trying to take out all the people that are doing long trades by pushing the market down. And that's so the at the moment we're in a situation of extreme fear. You know, people are leaving the market. People are fed up. It's just um, total. I don't know what the right word is. It's frustrating. It's annoying. It's just the way it is, and that is an indicator that it's getting really close to being some positive movement. There's a few indicators coming up. I mean, the big one obviously is the election, but that's still a little way away.
Mhm.
But the American interest rates are going to be reviewed this month. There's a big Solana conference coming up in this month in Singapore. Breakout or break something, breakthrough, breakout. It's called something like that. Break something. And the Solana network is actually very positive, and traditionally every time about a week, 2 weeks before the conference, Solana will start to move, and it will move continuously, like from then until the conference and then after the conference. So although it's really hard at the moment, there is hope that we're moving up. um, I wouldn't really believe the commentators that are saying we're going way, way, way down. Yes, we might go down more, but but most of the stuff I believe is that we're on quite solid floors at the moment, and the upside is coming. And when it does come, it's going to catch everyone. That's the thing, is it always catches people. If you're not in the market, you'll miss it. So that's my thing. But I'm frustrated as hell about it all as well. Just sick of. What have we had, about 14 days of really hard sideways down movement or something? Oh,
Yeah,
even longer.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
tough, tough, tough.
Well, thank you for that, Craig.
Because
Appreciate your analysis and your candor. How frustrated you are, and we are.
I'm dead scared to take shorts. People are
I-
making money on shorts,
mm,
but I'm scared because
mhm.
I'm just not game to do it.
Yeah, I think if you do anything on a short position, you want to do a stop loss, that's probably if I'm less likely to do multiple purchases on a short at this point, but I might do one or two and then take a stop on a short position. But I've done a few this week and they've done pretty well, so we'll see. All right. Well, thank you for that. And we'll go ahead and I'll share my screen. We'll look at Bitcoin and Ethereum briefly, and then we'll see if we can find some day trades. Okay, should be seeing my Bitcoin. Oh, that's a 15-minute
Yep.
chart. Thank you. Let's get the day chart up. And got a few technical difficulties, or I'd be a little more on the ball. Yeah, so just kind of slogging sideways and down on the chart, sitting below all the moving averages, the 200, the 50, and the 20. And we did break briefly below the 0.5 on the Fibonacci that I drew. And so this is probably a pretty good place to get in. Or you can hold out and try to get in here at the 618 at 53K. Wouldn't surprise me if Bitcoin did break down to 50K like we had back in early August, but it didn't stay there very long. So keep that in mind for those of you who are doing swing trades and hodling. Let's look at Ethereum real quick. Didn't bring up a separate window. So on the day chart on Ethereum, we did lose the 2500 support that had been a pretty good guide going back to early August. And so now it might end up being resistance for a while. We'll see, but we're in the high 2300s at the moment. So it wouldn't be a bad place to get in on a on a swing trade. Got a green starting to form here. Yeah, we'll see. But again, mostly sideways as indicated before. Looking forward to the news and getting to October. We just gotta hang in there a little bit longer, folks. Any questions or comments about the markets overall before we head over to Altcoin Alert, look for some day trades? All right, let's see. Got it in the chat. Looks like Frank posted a picture. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is a good idea. This is the Wall Street cheat sheet. I'm gonna have to reshare this, I think. There we go. All right, you guys seeing the cheat sheet?
Yes.
Psychology of a market cycle. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
looks like it.
I just wanted people to see the various emotions that you go through,
Mm-hmm.
uh, whether you're in depression or disbelief or hope or wherever you are.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
Just know
classic.
that maybe uh, you're going to come out of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure where we are now though. I've looked at this
Well,
chart
the
from time to
problem is
time.
that this doesn't have a halving for crypto, but
No.
it's typical market, psychology and emotions. So you can see
Yeah.
how they drag it out really long from when selling, panic and anger, and then along the bottom there, depression, way over to disbelief and like hope. I say almost you're giving up hope, and that's what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good stuff. Got to hang in there. Get to the hope and the optimism phase. Get back there. All right. Well, thank you for that. And let's get back to the charts. Okay, are we on Altcoin Alert?
Yes.
Good. Okay, so I'm on the altcoin radar setting. Easy mode is off. And do a quick reload. Get the most current information. The first sort I like to do is an AA score. Looking for values 80 and higher. And I'm going to sort over here. if you were on the Tuesday call, Brendan mentioned that there might be some necessary adjustments to make in this because we've been seeing the same coins for going on 2 months now. I've had some success trading Jasmy and Didix and Woo, and I think those are the three I've been trading the most. We've looked at Pepe and BTT and REQ, and then some of these others that have been up here in the top are on, either low volume or less than ideal exchanges. So as usual, I ignore them. I want something I can trade and I'm somewhat familiar with. So, but for the sake of variety, we haven't looked at Storj in a while. This is a coin I like to trade. It's a day trade and moves pretty well. So it's got an AA score of just under 80 at 79.1. That's close enough for me to give it another look. So I've got my chart up now for Storj, and you guys should be familiar with this by now if you've been with me for a while. This is my 15-minute day trading layout. I've got the supply and demand visible range from Lux Algo that I'm using that indicator for support and resistance. And the red zone is resistance, green zone is support. And at the moment, Storj has just come out of the green zone up a little bit. And then I look to my RTI, the relative trend index. I want to see a break below the 20 and then back above. So we haven't quite hit it yet. So when this breaks above 20, I'm going to look at this as a long. That tends to be a dip and a retrace. And then I'm going to look at these areas up here for guidance for my take profit. So let's say I get in right about here. I've got some resistance here at 2.5%. And then up here in the red zone, just below the red zone at 3.85. And then up here, we've had multiple touches right around 4.5%. So those are all valid take profits in my mind on a day trade for Storj. And I'm going to set this alert, right click on the RTI, add the alert, and I'm going to choose entering a channel because I'm going to trade it both directions. If you're trading spot, you want to go with crossing up on the 20 for the spot trading, or if you just want to take longs for both directions, we're going to enter a channel. And the upper is going to be 80, and the lower is going to be 20. Once per bar close, we'll leave it on all day until I turn it off. This was an AA score purchase. And notifications, notify my app on my phone, show a toast notification, which is a quick little pop-up here on my screen on my laptop. And then I'm going to play a sound and choose a sound you like. I like 3 notes reverb for my day trades. Click create. And if I go to my alerts, it's right there. Okay. Now there's a couple other options. If the market were moving in a more strong direction, like the bull market we had earlier this year, I was setting alerts on the 50, this area right here, break above the 50, and even breaks above the 80 that were more trend-based. And for those type of trades, I'll look to my cumulative delta indicator for confirmation. But for the dip and the retrace, not so much. Okay, any questions on Storj as a day trade and how I set up that alert? Okay, for you swing traders out there, let's head over to that layout. That's going to be on the 1-hour chart. I had the same indicator for support and resistance that you saw in the prior layout. And then I've added the SuperTrend, which is very alert friendly. And that helps me with my entries on swing trades. And the Trendilo LSMA, which is a moving average indicator. I'm going to look at that for confirmation. At the moment, Storj is down here in the green zone on the 1-hour chart. We've got retracement potential The green zone is 11%. I like that. I'm usually looking for 10 to 15% on my swing trades. I'm willing to stay in those for several days if necessary. So this one's pretty easy. On this alert, I'm going to right click on the super trend, and I'm going to choose the buy option. You can leave the direction change if you want to trade both directions, but on a 1-hour chart, it's not going to go off very often. And I'll just leave it at only once. Again, this is an AA score. And notifications are the same. I'm going to change this to handbell and click create. And then when the buy signal triggers, I'll get an alert, and then I'll look at my chart. I'll see if I have confirmation on the LSMA. I'm already breaking out of the green zone, so that should be a good entry, all things considered. Okay, any questions on stores as a swing trade? Very well, let's look at Altcoin Alert again and see what else we can find. That was an AA score sort. Let's go to social activity. You tend to get more variety in this one. 1 inch. This one pumped yesterday. And it's got some good numbers here. Let's see, helium. Now the guys in CryptNation have been talking about that one. So I'm inclined to look at 1 inch. I haven't looked at that one in a long time. Ape. I swing traded that a few times. I think it's on Coinbase, if I remember right. So those are the three that we have thumbs up with both social activity and trading activity. So let's go ahead and check out 1 inch. And that's on my list. Okay, it kind of looks like the storage trade we looked at earlier. It's below the 20. It's not coming out of the green zone necessarily because it had probably the price action it had yesterday. It had that big pump. You can see right here. Actually, that was Wednesday, so 2 days ago. So the alert's going to be the same. Right click on the RTI. And if you're trading spot, you're going to want to cross up. But I'm going to do my enter channel. One nice thing about this time zone I'm in, I'm still in Thailand, so it's Friday morning for me, but I'm actually this is how I do my actual setups in the morning. So I'm just going to take these trades like I usually do. That's an upper bound on the 80, lower on the 20, once per bar close, social activity sort, and 3 notes reverb for my day trading alert, and click create. And that should be there in my alerts. Oops. Yeah, there it is. 15-minute on 1 inch. I believe 1 inch is a DeFi platform. It's been a while since I've looked at it. Okay, let's look at the swing trade option. And this chart does look quite a bit different because it did hit this or created this resistance around 28 cents a couple days ago. And then coming down, this could retrace. And if it does, I suspect it would do that right around here. And then you'd have about a 8 or 9% move. That's quite enough for me, so I'm going to pass on this as a swing trade. But if you want to do it, right click on the super trend and choose your buy or both directions. Or if you want to short it, choose sell, wait for the next dip. Then you know the rest. Any questions on 1 inch? Okay, let's look at a long-term sentiment sort. And we'll look for something short. But I will, even though I'm searching for a short, I will trade both directions depending on what the charts show me, what the market's doing. So I'm reverse sorting it, looking for bearish matches on long-term sentiment, Elder Impulse Daily. Again, sentiment, what people are talking about online. Elder Impulse is a technical indicator. When these match up, I'm going to check them out. EGLD, ICP, I like shorting that one. Doge is in here. That's another one I like to short. Polkadot, ugh, that poor thing. Quant, XLM, ANT. So there are a few options in here, but let's go ahead and look at ICP. I think that's a contender. It might just be beaten down already. Let's get over to day trading. Yeah, it looks like the other charts. So this is one I would trade both directions, even though I sorted it for a short. I would just be cautious about getting in on a long. The last break we had over the 20 did really well on this one. Broke all the way up 6%, and then it broke down about here on a short. So I would have taken, I probably would have hung in there and gotten out around here. I'm looking for 1 to 0.5% chart moves on my day trades. I'm at 10x leverage. If you're trading spot, you're probably not doing a short, but if maybe going for bigger numbers, more like this that I showed you from Tuesday. And then at the moment, if this breaks above, well, we had a break here. It was kind of a fake out. That might have been a nice little scalp. Yeah, little over 1%. So I might have gotten out on that, but probably not. I'd still be in that trade. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get rid of this. So you can go ahead and set up the alert like I showed you, the crossing up on the 20, or trade both directions using the 80-20 approach. Or you could just short it, wait for this to make a move up and come back down again. If you want to do this one as a short only, crossing down on the 80, the rest is the same. Okay. So when you're looking for something to short, sometimes Altcoin Alert isn't the best option. So if you have a list or a list like this set up on TradingView, you can just sort this. And what I look for is something that's been pumping. And we don't really have much of that right now. So partly because of the time, this just switched over, I think in the US at 5 p.m. Pacific. So these are new numbers for the next day. And we don't really have a big mover today that would be due for a short. But for the sake of comparison, look at a couple of these. Yeah, usually there's an outlier, 1 or 2 outliers that even though the market's been down, will be coming out of this or into this red zone. And sometimes I'll look for that as a short if I'm not seeing what I want from Altcoin Alert. But I don't know if we have that right now. Well, Dydex is at least above the 20, just bounced off the 50. And there's quite a bit of room to the green zone. So this could be a good one to short. Ideally, it's coming out of the 80, like over here. But Yeah, I think I'll set it up that way. So do a quick alert on Didix. And I'll go ahead and trade this one both directions. So enter a channel, 80, 20, once per bar close. This was, I think, a Bybit sort. And yeah, I'll leave that. Okay. Well, that was Didix on a day trade. We'll look at this as a swing. And as a short, that's not that great because even if it dips, it's on a buy right now. There's not that much room, to the bottom of the zone. So I don't really like it as a short, but as a buy, if the LSMA hooks back up and gets green, you might want to consider this as a buy. That might happen right about here. Then you've got a 7% move to the upside. So yeah, the point is, even though I sort something looking for a specific direction, I usually set it up for both because the market can change like that. Okay, any questions on Didix? Are there any coins you want to look at or anything else you have questions about regarding Altcoin Alert or day trading or swing trading? All right, well, I'll wrap it up here. If you're watching on the recording, I'd rather see you live on Mondays and Thursdays, but I appreciate you doing that anyway. Check out the opportunities in the pinned comment. They help fund the channel. And the rest of you guys have a good evening if you're in the US, a good morning if you're in Asia or points farther east. And have a good weekend. We'll see you next time. Bye.